Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Woo. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Let's give everybody a couple of minutes here to join us. Welcome worldwide, welcome the entire family. Glad you are here. I'm excited tonight. This is the first night I get to do the presentation. I wanted to put on a shirt and tie for you tonight to get dressed up. I've been tied up all evening, haven't had a chance to do any of that. Hey, Mr. Delco, hey, Tanisha Glassby. All right. I guess we're ready. Welcome to our global wealth building event. Good evening, Dr. Sandra Rosell, all of you who joined us in that. Live on Facebook as well. I get the honor, man. I haven't done a Saturday night presentation in about 4 years. And so I'm excited to do this one, believe me. So, hey, Mr. Delco, you want to say hello to everybody?
Hey, hello, everybody. Look, you think Mr. Best is excited. Mr. Best, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. You coming in loud and clear?
All right, I'm not breaking up or anything.
No.
Man, listen, you think you're excited. We have not had our senior partner do this presentation since we started doing these 2-a-days. And the reason why we started doing the 2-a-days is because people truly just don't. We need to flood the market with how networking is it's the answer. I've been on a tirade, Mr. Best. You know, my wife's been trying to calm me down, man. I told Tanisha Glassby, I need to be put in time out. I'm so excited about what this free enterprise system can do for the average individual. I don't know what to do. So folks, that being said, the gentleman who is responsible for teaching me most of what I know about this phenomenal industry, this senior partner, this book that I'm holding in my hand, The Dream Chaser Manifesto. He is the author of that book. He's written multiple books, been in the industry for decades, helping people find their way to freedom. So it is my honor and my privilege to introduce my mentor, senior partner of Wealth Builders Worldwide, Mr. Ty Bass. Good evening, Mr. Bass.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Delco. And look, guys, we're doing something unique tonight. You know, most of the presenters, that's not gonna work. Most of the presenters and stuff, they work the board and do everything. And all I'm gonna do is talk tonight. And when Mr. Delco put up a slide, I'm gonna say something about it. Okay, and that's the way we're gonna roll this evening. So, and we're gonna get through this fairly fast. Look, for those of the guests, and by the way, I'm talking primarily to the guests and maybe some of the folks who've been around for a while. Look, if you've been looking for a better way, you come to the right place at the right time. You found a better way, okay? This is a better way, most definitely. So let me say this. When I say it's a better way, because I've been doing this type of business for the last 37 years. My wife and I have been doing this industry for the last 37 years. What you're looking at is a slide there, Mr. Michael and Manisha Dalco. He's 15 years a mortgage banker in this industry. And she's 20 years as a corporate trainer. And they're full-time, they're retired in Caraboss. Why do I like to talk about their stories so much? Because I think their story is important for you to understand this business, this industry will set you free. And Caraboss, to me, is the ultimate freedom program. And this is proved to help more people get free than anything I've done in the last 37 years. But everything in this business, folks, starts with a dream. You've got to know why you want it. Why is so much more important than how. Why you should do it, what you do. And that's why we spend so much time educating people, getting me to understand why you should do this. Because most have been indoctrinated not to dream. Most have been conditioned to go get a job, Okay, and we don't understand the power. Everything starts with a dream. I don't care what you're looking at, everything you're driving, everything you're living in, everything you're experiencing started first in somebody's mind. Everything starts with a dream. And the bigger you dream, the bigger your life will be, and the bigger the challenges you will face as well. And so I want to encourage you all to dream big. My book right there that Mr. Delco showed you, the Dream Chaser Manifesto, I wrote that book. Why? I didn't write to be a bestseller. I wrote that book specifically for people in the Wealth Builders Worldwide family to help them to understand the power starts with your dream. And when you start the dream, the sooner you start the dream, and the more you learn to fight for your dream. Because your dream is not easy. It's not easy to manifest that dream. The bigger your dream is, the more you got to fight to make it a reality in your life. That's just a fact. And that's sort of things that book covers. So why you should do the business is way more important than how. Okay. And here's the thing. Until somebody, a networker, until somebody in Care Boss, until somebody with some experience comes to your life, most of us don't have a plan. They said most people going through life is wandering generality. They said when they go and survey, they survey people 55, 65, 70 years old and said, why have you failed? They said, wait a minute, because of a lack of a plan. So we said, what's your plan? That's what I'm saying. Most people don't have a plan. Their plan is to go back and forth to work all week, 40 hours a week for the next 45 years and hope everything works out okay. That's their plan. You got to stop sometime and evaluate yourself and ask, where am I in life right now? And where would I like to be in the future? Most of us never sit down. They say the average person spends more time planning their 2-week vacation than they do planning out where they're going to be the next 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years. They spend more time planning that cruise. They spend more time planning that trip to Disneyland than they do planning out their life. And then the ultimate question that hurt your feelings, I don't mean to, but I'm going to share it with you right now. If you keep doing what you've done for the last 10 years, for the next 10 years, where will you be in your life? See, those questions were asked to me at 20 years old. And the truth is, no matter what we are doing right now, we've been educated wrong, the system is wrong, the system is broken, and the truth is we don't have enough time if we keep doing what we've been doing. Okay, why? Because the timeline we put on, the system we've been sold is what? We start school 5 or 6 years old in preschool, then we go through school all the way to 18 years old. Now, some of us right there at that point, we said we've had enough. But some of us, we've been sold. We said, now, if you want to be on the other end of the income bracket, you've got, if you want to be middle class, you've got to go get a college. Some of us go to college and get our 4 years. That's what my wife and I did. We both did exactly what society told us to do. We went and got the 4-year education. We both graduated by Hampton University in 1977. But look, I didn't go to get my MBA. I didn't go get my master's degree. Believe me, Ford Motor Company wanted to pay for it. Toyota Motor Sales I worked for wanted to pay for it. They was going to pay for my education. This is in the 80s. But I said, I don't need more education to do what I'm doing. I want to be wealthy. And something instinctively told me wealth was not on the other side of that master's degree or that MBA. Wealth was not on the other side of that PhD. I knew it wasn't. Middle class was there, and I was already there, and I didn't like it. Okay, I was seeking wealth. And so that timeline that most people are on that we are led to believe leads to success, to not necessarily lead to success. And all we got to do is look around us and the evidence overwhelms us. Okay, so we go get a job from 18 to 22, we get this job and we spend 40 years in corporate America. We spend 40 years on somebody's job. Okay, now that was 20, 30 years ago. They said the average person, you don't have a 25, 30, 40 year career in a job right now. The average length of a job now right now is somewhere between 4.5 to 6 years on any job. You'll change your job. You don't have time to get a 401k built up or get your some kind of individual retirement account built up over the next 40 to 60 years. And then you look up at age 62, 65 years old and you're ready to retire. But here's the problem. According to the Social Security Administration, the average person age 65 don't have $200 in the bank. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average person at age 65 have not saved $200 after working 40 to 45 years. That's not me talking. Now, the first time I heard that information, my wife and I were 28 years old, 1983. And the guy said to me, if you don't believe me, he said, I know no one in school told you that. With all the education background, no one ever told you that 95% of the population will be dead or broke at age 65. 1 will be wealthy and 4 will be at least independent, can take care of themselves, but the other 95 will be broke. He said, now, if you don't believe me, just look around. And all I had to do was look around. All my uncles, aunts, relatives, they were all broke and still working. All the folks I know 55, 60 years old, they were broke and still work. I didn't have to go, I didn't have to live the experience. I had to look at people who were doing what I was doing and said, that's not what I want to do. Okay. They said the average life expectancy in America right now is 81 years old. According to a recent article I read over a month ago, they said, look, if you retire at 55, you'll live to be 80. But if you retire at 65, you'll live to be 70. Think about this now. That 10 years from 55 to 60 will literally take 10 to 15 years off of your life because of the stress that it puts in your body, waking up every morning, going to some job that you don't like. And by the way, over 85% of the population don't like their jobs. Okay. According to the Economic Policy Institute, the average retirement savings of all working age families between 31 and 61 is $95,000. Now, we know that's a lot. In fact, I don't know anybody I know other than somebody in network who retired with $95,000 plus dollars in the bank, but whatever. Let's give it to them. Healthcare costs. Okay, healthcare costs. Even with Medicare, Medicaid, all those benefits still over $300,000. My wife and I have paid over $150,000, maybe $200,000 in healthcare in the last couple of years. Thank God there's a thing called carry bars, okay, with benefits. Okay, I don't think, Mr. Delco, I got to spend a lot of time talking about the 401k. If anybody been watching the news and know the market worldwide has lost some $3 trillion in value in the last 5 or 6 days. Now, that sounds nebulous to you. That's your retirement. That's your 401k. That's your IRA. That's the stock market. That's your money.
Where'd the money go, Mr. Best?
It went into somebody else's pocket. It didn't evaporate into the ether now. When everyone, look, that's nothing to say. Money's lost. Where did it go to? It went to someone else. It went away from your 401k, it went to those folks in the marketplace who are knowledgeable about the flow of money and how things change and how things grow. We're here to educate you a little bit because you're going to learn some things here tonight if you're listening that you may have never heard in your lifetime. Just like in my particular case, I was 59 years old before somebody ever said to me, gold is money. Gold is money. Okay? And there are folks right now say, my 401k is doing well. Well, ask yourself that question. Has it done well in the last 5, 6 days? I know that's not true. We don't want to talk about Social Security. You read anything that says Social Security will be gone by the time the average baby boomers qualify for Social Security. Why? Because right now you got 10,000 baby boomers turning 60 years old every single day. The Social Security system was not designed to support 76 million baby boomers. Okay? At the time, all these folks are moving to the workforce, they could, anyway, enough said on that. Okay? Social Security is going to run out of money, folks, by 2034. What are you going to do? And again, we're not trying to sell y'all this doom and gloom. We have the solution. We have an alternative. You saw right there that said, look, the average person, age 65, 70 years old, finds themselves going back to the workforce. They're going back to Walmart. They're going someplace to work. They downsizing their home. They downsizing where they used to stay. Why? In order to support their lifestyle until they pass away and expire. And most people pass away, battle with enough money to bury themselves, battle with no inheritance, no legacy for their children. Okay, and still in debt after working sometimes 40, 50, 60 years their entire life. There is a better way. Okay. Okay. So you finally started your family, everybody's happy. Now what point where you have to, okay, the talk. Okay, you have the talk. Watch this. And Ms. Decker, look, this slide, all it says to me is that we do what our parents did. I never forget, I was 22 years old, my first time on the job. And I didn't know the system was broken. I just knew inside something wasn't right. I've been on the job for 3, 4 months. I called my mother. I said, Mom, I'm not feeling this. All I do is go back and forth to work 5 and 6 days a week, man. It's a great job. It looked good. I smell good. I wear my shirt and tie to work. I got a briefcase, all the kind of stuff. They give me a car to drive. I said, something's not right. And she said, I don't know, boy, you got a good job. You got a good job. You need to keep that good job. And so I was a part of that system. I was indoctrinated to be a part of that system, but I knew something wasn't right. What I didn't understand was the problem. And there's a problem right there. You can't outwork an exponential inflation with a linear income. You said, what's inflation? Let's stop right there and pause for one. What's inflation? Most of us know what we're going to talk about what it is. I'm getting ahead of myself, Mr. Delco. I'm looking at the slide, man. I want to tell you guys so much. Let me stick to the slides. Okay. And exponential inflation means things keep going up in cost, not value, in cost, in dollar cost, that fiat money, that fake money, those dead presidents we've been taught to worship and love and work for and sell the most valuable thing we have, our time and our health for. We've been taught to work for those things. But here's a genius, a financial genius. You know why? Because he's worth over $60 billion. That's why I call him a financial genius. And he says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. That's not me. I heard that 37 years ago. If you don't find a way to make money until you sleep, you're going to work until you die. Here's another genius. He says, if you don't find out what real money is, you're going to work until you die. Now, look, let me tell you how profound that is, Mr. Delco, because I've been in network marketing. My wife retired at 32. I retired at 40 years old, and we've made some money. But man, when we found out what real money is, the definition of real money, watch this, real money. The definition is real simple. Anything is defined as money must be a store of value. What's the value? Your time, your effort, your energy you took to get it. It must store that for you. It must store your labor, your efforts. When you have a job, all you're doing is spending time, and they fire you tomorrow, all that value is gone. And then they give you dollars for it, which decline because of inflation, and it's gone, okay? It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. This is where gold comes in, folks. And the wealthy have known this. So here's 4 simple keys to building wealth. Number 1, you must create residual income. You can work 80 hours a week, the minute you stop working, the income stops. That's not the answer. I talk to people time with 3 jobs. They have 3 jobs and still broke. Okay, you must start accumulating assets. That's why Karatbars International is a solution. Why? Because you can create a residual income. You start accumulating a real asset. What's a real asset? A real asset is gold, baby. That's 5 grand. That's a real asset. That's a real asset. That's what we're going to start to teach you to create. And you must outrun inflation. And that real asset will outrun inflation. And your residual income will outrun inflation. Okay? And you must learn how to take advantage of the tax codes. The tax structure in America, folks, is designed for the person that owns a business. Understand something. Stay right here for a minute with Mr. Delco, because I've been preaching this since 1983. The first time I got a home-based business, I said, wow, now this is before home-based business became popular. This is before networking became popular. This is 1983. Now my gadget, this guy said, the number 1 reason you should be in business for yourself, because the tax structure in America is designed for the person who owns a business. And when you own a business owner cost me $130 to start in 1983. My wife and I, they said you have the same tax benefits as the guy on the corner, if not more, than the guy on the corner who started $100,000 to open his restaurant. I said, you gotta be kidding me. And that first year, I never forgot, my tax return was $7,300. I said, what are you talking about? Oh my God, this is incredible. It blew my mind. I started preaching. I said, look, the number 1 reason to be in business for yourself, the number 1 reason to have a home-based business is the tax structure in America is designed for the person that has a home-based business. That's why I get so crazy and senseless that when people start talking about Jeff Bezos not paying any taxes. Amazon didn't have to pay any taxes. This book made, I said, no, they didn't. Because they understand the tax structure. The tax structure is designed for you not to hoard your money, for you to take your money and put it back in business to stimulate employment, to stimulate jobs, to stimulate the economy. And if that gamble you took and started your business pays off, yes, you're going to pay taxes on it. But if you keep reinvesting that money into expanding more business, you end up paying little to zero taxes. Why? Because you're investing the business back into the economy, the money back into the economy. You ain't hoarding it. It ain't like Amazon made $400 billion last year and Jeff Bezos got to put $30 billion in his pocket and pay no taxes. That's not the way it works. But you have a home-based business, you understand every single thing you do. I'm not a tax expert, so don't take my advice. Go see a tax specialist, go see your tax accountant. But I can tell you this, okay? When you start your business, that's the tax write-off. You buy a computer as a tax, you buy laptops, your phone's tax, the miles in your cars, all those things become tax deductible. Their lifestyle, literally, because your lifestyle and networking is building your entire business. Every time my wife and I go out to eat, we're talking about business. When I take a couple out to eat, I'm talking about business. When I go on vacation, I'm talking about business. When I go to Hawaii, I'm going to do a seminar. This is why you need to be in the business. If you don't understand anything else I said tonight, you understand, look, I'm going to roll because right now I need to have a business. Okay? And in fact, if you are one of those few Americans, that 80% of America, they're still waiting for a tax return, it says right there, you don't know anything about making money. You don't know anything about money in America. If you're waiting for a tax return, you don't understand money, especially if you're making less than 50 grand a year. You make less than 50 grand a year and you waiting for Uncle Sam to get a tax return every year so you can get that $800 go buy your flat screen TV. You're ignorant on a financial level. Not your fault. The system made you that way. It wanted you that way because the educational system was designed to create workers. It was not designed to create wealthy, independent-minded thinking people. That's what we're here for those who want the challenge. Man, let's go to the next slide. Man, Lord, I can see you all day. And we can
oh my God.
Watch that video.
Where's all your money gone, Daddy?
Taxes. 9, 10, 11. Let me fix my houses.
Bug, it's okay. It's part of the game.
No, it's not.
It
It's
is.
not fun.
It's not fun to what?
It's the worst part of the game.
Oh, it's what?
Taxes.
Taxes. Hey, Monopoly, by the way, is not a game. Monopoly is a financial course in building wealth. And if you haven't been taught how to play Monopoly by your family, you haven't been taught the game. I heard Cameron Gamble say something one day, it just blew my mind because I love when people put things in simple terms. We've all been taught how, most of us have been taught how to play checkers. You know, I've been taught how to play checkers, we've been taught how to play checkers by what? Our family, by our parents. And so we play checkers, but most of us do not know how to play chess. Unless somebody who's been taught how to play chess teach you how to play chess, you don't know, okay? Well, this financial game we play, folks, right now in America, this is a game of chess. The challenge is we've all been taught how to play checkers if we know anything about money whatsoever. We're playing checkers, but the financial game is a game of chess. What we're gonna do in Wealth Builders Worldwide, Karyabars International, we're gonna teach you how to play chess. So what do we do about that? Here we have the answer, we have the solution. Number one, you got to own a business. Just talk about that with the tax code. But watch this, not just any business. See, we've been conditioned. That's why I love Robert Kiyosaki's book. He's the first one to put this quadrant together, man. People start to see it, understand. Because you understand, the wealthy don't like the fact that we're learning and educating people about this. The average has been taught to get a job. They go get a job. Then they say, okay, well, I'm going to go to the next level. I'm gonna start my own business. So they get them a beauty salon, a barber shop, some of that nature. But they really haven't started a true business. They started a business or they got a job that they own. The average person, the average business person, if they go out there and start a restaurant for $200,000, they got a job that they own because they got to show up every day from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock at night, and they're gonna do it for the rest of life. That's a job that they own. Do not be enamored by the boss of these small businesses. Don't be fooled. Okay. The average small, but the guy that owns the dry cleaners is sure. I got one right now. I take my clothes to. They're in there every morning at 7 o'clock to 5 o'clock, every day, husband and wife, and they both pushing 70. Okay, they own the job. Okay, thank God they can eat, take care of themselves, but they own the job. The average dentist out there, healthcare professional, if he's a dentist, he got to show up every day, and if they don't show up and pull teeth, they don't get paid. It's a job they own. It's a well-paying job. They may earn $150,000, $200,000 a year. But if they don't show up, they don't eat. And something else, that job they own, that high prestigious job they own is not a willable part of their estate. I can't will my medical practice to my wife. I can't will that to my sons. I can't will my dental practice, my legal practice, my profession to my wife. But we're going to show you a business that you can, called Karyabars International. So Karyabars is going to put you in the business quadrant, and it's going to put you in the e-quadrant. You got to go on the right side of the quadrant when you start talking about creating wealth and creating income, not that left side. Now, 95% of people on that left side, but you want to be on the right side where you got a business and you got investments. We got all that in the world of Karyabars. You got a business that you own and you got investments. What's Karyabars International? Right there, located in Stuttgart, Germany. Karyabars answers all 4 questions. Got a residual income, got to accumulate and appreciate an asset. What I just show you, again, appreciate an asset, appreciate an asset, appreciate an asset. All these are appreciate an asset, and Karyabars put you in a position to accumulate those things in affordable increments. That's what makes it so special. And it answers the tax challenge, which you have to get that little boy crying. Company is located in Stuttgart, Germany. Company is 9 years old. 9 years old, right down the street from Mercedes-Benz corporate headquarters. Now, we're not playing games here. 9 years. When people call me all the time, I get these calls 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes more, where people got this nickel dime idea. They're going to start, they're going to launch. Look, We got a 9-year track record. I don't have to talk about what Karatbars is going to do next month, 6 months from now, a year from now. I can talk about what Karatbars has done. I would say to you, anchor your future on what Karatbars has done and build your future on what we're going to do in the future. But understand something, when you're talking about it, let me tell you what Karatbars has done. I can't tell what Karatbars is going to do for sure 30 days from now, 6 months now for you, but I can tell you what Karatbars has done. And Karatbars has created more millionaires in the last 9 years than anything I've ever seen in my 37 years in this industry. My wife and I are flat out turned on. Why? Because the mission is simple. The mission is pure. My mission, Dr. Harold Sykes, you're looking at the founder and CEO of Karatbars, says, my mission is to produce the highest quality of gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. My goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. And most people understand this is a debt-based system. Let me tell you something. I got to stick this little quote in there for you. They said the number one fear, when I got this industry in 1983, it's the number one fear of people. Watch this. The number one fear was speaking in public. About 10 years ago, that changed. They said the number one fear of people is a bad credit score, because their whole life is based on credit. If they don't have credit, they can't buy a car. They can't buy a house. Wait a minute. I understand buying a house or a car on credit. That's serious debt. But most without credit right now, they couldn't even go back and forth to work. Without credit, they couldn't eat. They couldn't feed their family. They couldn't keep the lights on. That's why the average family is carrying $30,000, $50,000 to $100,000 in debt and just paying that revolving debt their entire lifetime. We're a debt-based economy. That's what grows the economy, is everybody being in debt. And when you're in debt, you're in bondage. That's not me. That's scripture. They say what? A borrower is a slave to the lender. Enough said on that. How do you get out of that? You start to accumulate gold. Robert Kiyosaki said, accumulate gold. Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And read anything by Robert Kiyosaki, especially a book called Fake. And then you got Alan Greenspan there. He says, he who has gold makes the rules. This is Alan Greenspan, now the former chairman of the Federal Reserve, okay? Says, get gold. He who owns gold always has money, okay? I keep $1,000 of gold in my wallet all the time. Always got some money. You feel good about it, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, next slide, man. Why you want to save gold and not dollars? Why you want to save, I don't have my dollars in my pocket today. Why you want to save gold and not dollars? Why? Because gold has outperformed every single currency in the last almost 100 years now. Look at that little slide. It's showing how $2,000 of gold and what $2,000 of gold has accumulated to. Next slide showing what a car. In 1920, that little Ford automobile right there cost you $645. Isn't that great? 1 kilogram of gold. You go fast forward to 2020, same car, similar car. All of a sudden, that same car is $40,000. It's not that the car's any more valuable than it was back then. Yeah, got a few more gadgets, bells, and whistles, but it's not that. It's the dollar's lost its value. But that same car is 1 kilogram of gold. This is why you save gold, folks. Real example. This car right here probably cost me around $220 when I got it. That's 5 grams of gold. Around $200 and something. I can't remember now, but I know it's over $300 today. That's why you save gold. Okay, I can't tell you that about the dollar. You see on the next slide, the dollar buys you less and less all the time. You can remember when the dollar, look at that bag of groceries in 1998. Now let's look. And then that 2005, smaller basket. 2020, that basket don't buy you anything. But I like to use an example because I remember what gets me. I remember going to the store when I was 14, 15 years old and buying a loaf of bread, and a loaf of bread was 20 cents. I remember getting a gallon of gas. I remember my buddy and I would get the car. I said, how much money you got, man? He said, I got a quarter. And we go get like 25 cents of gas and put in the car, and we drive all Friday. Okay, that was 1970. Okay, you go to the store, the pump won't even register 25 cents. Okay, that's inflation. Got people running around there all excited because they made 50,000. They say that's more money my father ever made because they don't understand inflation. Yeah, but it don't buy what your father's 8,000 used to buy 25 years ago. That's the challenge. Everything costs more, not value more, just costs more in fake money. And that fake money, those dead presidents there, that's fake money. So we teach you first to pay yourself first. The number one secret to becoming a millionaire is learn how to pay yourself first. And why do we, well, for 6 years, we've been saying what? Put yourself on auto save and save gold, if not every week, at least every single month. Why? You will teach you to exchange dollars for a tier 1 asset. But watch this. You haven't been conditioned to think that way. See, if you read The Richest Man in Babylon, read that book, it says pay yourself first. But that's not what the poor and middle class, what the poor and middle class do. We spend. And if anything left over, which it never is, then we save. The rich teach themselves, you know what, you save and invest, you save and invest, you save and invest, you save and invest, and then you spend from those appreciating assets that you have. You spend from interest from those appreciating assets. You spend from money earned from those appreciating assets. You have assets, then you spend. That's not what we've been taught to do. We've been taught to get it and spend it all. So we're going to show you how to do what. Start your own business to maximize tax benefits. Pay yourself first with a tier 1 asset. This is a tier 1 asset, gold, okay? This is a tier 1 asset, and build a network of folks who are doing what? Not spending money, not buying a juice, a loose, a potion, a pill, and ain't nothing wrong with those things. This just happens to be a better way because you're building a network of people to exchange dollars, exchange declining paper dollars for gold. Next slide. Let's roll, man. We out of here. There's Caribou. Here's two ways to get compensation in our compensation plan. Number one, we'll show you how to do leverage. Leverage is exponential growth. You say, what does that mean? What does exponential growth mean? Let's see, watch this. Most of us have never been taught this. They don't teach in school. They don't teach in college. Well, at least in most colleges, they don't. Okay? There may be some elite schools, they teach you how to leverage the time, effort, and energy of other people. J. Paul Getty said that himself. Okay? I would rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. We've been taught to sell out. I mean, I even have people well-minded intelligent people say, no, I don't want to count on anybody else. I want to produce myself. I said, well, great, you're going to have a limited income because at some point you got to sleep, at some point you got to eat. You cannot outwork 100 people. I'd rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people, let them keep the other 99%, just give me 1%. Okay? That's what this is saying. That's what leverage is all about. Now, I disclaimer, we're not financial advisors. This presentation is not designed to give you financial advice, and all income claims you might hear me state, you might see me illustrate up here, is no guarantee of income. Okay, there's about 20 plus ways to make money in Caribou. We're going to go through a couple of them. Unilevel bonus. We're going to go through direct commissions, a couple things, okay? And by the way, don't feel like you got to learn this and memorize this stuff. There are more people in Caribou getting paid every week. We don't have a clue how they're getting paid, okay? I coined the phrase a long time ago, save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people make a lot of money. Watch this. Okay, Unilevel bonus pays up to 6% infinity down what? We said, go get yourself 5 people. Go share 5 people, find 5 people somewhere on this planet of 7.5 billion and let them see how simple it is to exchange declining dollars for gold. Build your gold exchange, your gold savings network. Sponsor 5 people and get paid a 6% residual income every single month. In fact, their residual income is paid on Monday. It's paid on the first, since it's on Sunday, we'll get that on Monday. We just got paid on Friday, gonna get paid again on Monday. The second thing you look is direct commissions. What is direct commission based on? Well, we're gonna show you that you need to refer other people. When you refer people, you're on a direct commission. Now, how to get started? How to get started? It's like you set up your business. It's simple, folks. The person that invites you to this program will show you how to set your business up. Watch this. You don't have to go to the Small Business Administration and get a loan. You don't have to go to your bank to get a loan. You don't have to get your lawyer together, draw up a bunch of paperwork. This is how simple it is for you to set your business. Number 1, register your free account. Number 2, upload the KYC document. KYC means to know your customer. Customers want to know who you are. They want to know that you are a legitimate person. You're not some robo-bot. You're not some robotics thing. You want to know who you are. Another reason you want to know who you are because FedEx delivers this gold directly to your doorstep. So they got to know who you are because you got to sign for it. Okay. Then set up your CaribPay account. We'll explain why that's important in a minute. And then use Cash Gold to get your multi-pack. Why? Because that multi-pack puts you in a position to get paid 5 times a month versus 1 time like the Unilevel does. Now you're supposed to get paid 5 times a month. Wait a minute. And you get paid in multiple ways once you get that multi-pack, and you get paid in cash on a MasterCard, and you get paid in free gold. and you get paid in something else called e-points, which I'm gonna explain in a minute. And then invite others. 3 simple steps: set up your business. Number 2, set up your order exchange. Set it up. Look, when people call me right now and say, Tyrone, I want to get my business going, what are the 3 things I got to do? These 3 things right here. When they come back a monthly, I said, first, before we start talking what's going on in your business, have you done these 3 things? Have you set up your business? You got your multi-pack? Yes, I have. Great. You got your packs. I don't try to determine what packages to get. I say, have you got a pack? Yes, I have. Great. Are you on order exchange? I didn't ask how much. Are you setting the right example for your team? Can you look somebody eyeball to eyeball and say, I'm on order exchange every week or at least once a month for $1 of gold? Fantastic. Okay, now, have you made your list? Invite others. I didn't say sell others. I didn't say convince others. I said invite others. It's a simple video presentation and then invite them to something like this we're doing twice a day. It's just that simple, folks. Pick a multi-pack. Okay, when the person picks a multi-pack, they are now in a position to get direct commissions. What's the direct commissions? Number 1 is 10% of first. What does that mean? If I share with Mr. Delco, he pick a multi-pack, they pay me a 10% direct commission. Mr. Delco shares it with Tanisha, they're gonna pay him a 10% direct commission in meal 3. And then Tanisha sells it with Roger Williams. Roger Williams, look, Tanisha gonna get 10%, Mr. Delco gonna get 3%, and I'm gonna get 2%. That's leverage. I didn't even know Mr. Roger Williams. Maybe I didn't know Tanisha. That's leverage. And by the way, that's happening 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all around the world. That's direct commissions. Man, you talking about sleeping at night. Okay, I tell you about joke. I said, but the first thing you do, man, when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna grab your phone. Okay. Anyway, do a team bonus. Now here's the big money. When I saw this thing 6 years ago, I said to my wife, I said, oh, that's where the big money is right there. So why? Because now you're truly leveraging the efforts and time and energy of other people, but you're also truly helping other people. Because the dual team says you have a left team and you have a right team. And everybody, you have 2, a left team and a right team. Now you go enroll 20, 30. Tanisha Glass is sitting here, she's enrolled over 400 people in this program. Mr. Delco has enrolled over 400. Don't tell me you can't find 2. Mr. Roger Williams enrolled over 300, 400 people in the program. Don't tell me you can't find 2 who would like to save money, who like to save and appreciate an asset. And when you enroll 2 and you have 25 units, everything we have has a unit value. See, every card, everything has either 1 unit, 3 unit, or a 5 unit value. The packages have unit value as well. Okay, you ain't got to memorize that. The multi-million-dollar software you're given from the day you enroll for free with no monthly fee, that's going to track all that for you. All you have to do is invite people, let them plug in. And every time you have 25 units on one team and 50 units on the right side, you just qualify for a dual team payout. Based on, watch this, the multi-pack you pick to get started with, or for those who are already in the package you have. It depends on a bronze, silver, gold, or VIP package. And it pays down to infinity. It doesn't matter if you 10 levels from me or 100 levels from me or 100 levels from the person that started you, that volume sits there down to infinity and it never disappears until you've gotten paid on it. And for those who are new for the first time, you're going, I don't know what that means. Don't worry about it. Half the stuff you're doing on your job now, you didn't know when you first got started. This is your business. Okay? You get a bronze package. Look at the payouts down there. You get a bronze package every time you get what we call a dual team payout, a DTP, baby, 25 units on one side, from the other side. You got a bronze pay. You got a bronze package. You're going to make 40 euro. That's around 50 bucks. Every time you got a silver, it's around 50 euro. Gold is 60, and VIP is about $100 US dollars every time that happens. And you get 180,000 dual team payouts per week. I've seen and got as many as 50, 60 dual team payouts in a day. I'm talking about in a day. Nobody's got 180,000 dual team payouts in a week yet. Okay. Think about what I just shared with you. You are now the CEO of your own company. You look in the mirror every day and you see the boss. You can decide how much money you want to make, how much effort you want to give it, how much time you want to give it, what kind of dedication you want to do, and you can determine your income. You want to raise, you can give yourself a raise this week. This thing pays every single Friday. Okay? So whatever you do from now to next Friday at 6 o'clock, guess what? It's going to be put on your privately issued MasterCard the following Friday. And then the following Friday, and the following Friday. And the company has done that for 6 years since I've been in and have never missed a single Friday. That's what you have in your hands, folks. Okay, that's the dual team payout. Anyway, next slide, Mr. Delco. Man, I'm too cranked up. Okay, that's how simple this program is. Oh my God! And my favorite part. Thank you, Mr. They almost see. I done told we really should stop right here, Mr. Delco, and say, look, if you're not interested, it's not, and you haven't seen enough to get you excited that can keep you up at night to make you want to find out more. It's not for you. But watch this: the matching bonus. This matching bonus thing is when the company counted this matching bonus a few months ago. People, well, almost a year ago now, I guess, people lost their mind. Because if you get a bronze package, you get started, you get a matching bonus of 5%. What's that based on? That's based on people on your team getting paid. So every time somebody on your team get a dual team payout, you get a matching bonus. So if you got a bronze package, your matching bonus is 5% on 2 generations deep. I just showed you. I enrolled what? I enrolled Mr. Delco, he enrolled Tanisha. First level, Mr. Delco, second level, Tanisha. Every time Mr. Delco get a dual team payout, I get a 5% matching bonus. Every time Tanisha get a dual team payout, I get another 5% matching bonus. Mr. Delco get a 5% matching bonus. You get what I'm saying? So as your team grows exponentially, the more people on your team, I've gotten as many as 200 to 300 matching bonuses in one day. Now, watch this. I'm excited about it. Aaron's excited about it. But I'm more excited about the 200 people who got paid that day, because that's what perpetuates this thing all around the world. It's not you getting paid. It's not about you. And the quickest way to make money in this business is when you can take your eyes off yourself and put your eyes on your team. And when the company counted this match, I got so excited I could see it and watch it. You got a silver package, 3 generations deep, a gold package 5, and a VIP. This is why everybody, all those folks who are VIP in the chat room, type of the VIP. Let them know let them know we're not experimenting. We're not practicing. That's 5%, 7 generations deep. You want to really scare you? That's on one business center. You can enroll yourself, you can enroll your spouse, and you can get that 7 generations deep in 2 business centers. How big do you see this thing? Remember back in the beginning, I said, how big is your dream? Let's go to the next slide, man. That's paid out every single week. Okay. They're fast track promotion. Here's Dr. People say, well, everybody can't afford to get started. Well, guess what? We got a program that says you can. And guess what? When you get started, you get yourself a bronze package and you go sponsor 5 people on that same package you got. Within 5 weeks, come and say, we're going to promote you automatically to the next level, to the silver level. So everybody can't come in at VIP. Everybody maybe can't come in at gold. So they come in, the company will automatically upgrade you to the next level. You become a silver and you go get you 5 silver packages. They upgrade you to the next level. Got to do it in 5 weeks at no cost. And there are people who've done it all over the world. See, the heart of Dr. Harold Sykes is, what I love about Karatbars based on my 37 years of experience is that there is something here for everyone. For the big dog to come in and say, man, I want to be a VIP, give me a VIP for me, give me a VIP for my wife. We going forward, this is what we're going to do. And for the person to come and say, I don't have much, great. Enroll for free. And the company will pay you once a month that unit position to unit position to buy you, to get you a package. And then get the smaller package you can, and then you make more money, you can get the next package and upgrade to the next package. Or better yet, you get that bronze package and go get you 5 people right away, get a bronze package. The company's gonna promote you, upgrade you to silver. This is a sweat equity program for the person who got the dream and the energy. You don't have to. Money is no excuse. And a lack of time is no excuse. So choose your package, folks. Choose your package, okay? All these packages here you see, man, look, I could sit down and break down all these packages to you, and all you're gonna do is say, I don't know what he said. I got a feeling I can make some money. That's right. Here's what you need to take from this presentation. Karatbars put you in a position to get more. And the bigger the package you start with, the more you get. Now, I prefer a package. So you want to come in as a VIP. That VIP package will cost you around approximately $4,900. Okay, one time. Now, you ain't got to do it every month. You ain't got to requalify for it every 6, none of that. That VIP pass will make you a VIP. You will have VIP status for the rest of your career in Karatbars. But now watch this. This VIP with the multi-pack is very unique because it's going to do something special. It's going to qualify you for E-points. And this VIP pack gets 7,400 E-points. It's going to qualify you to get paid in cash gold. It's going to qualify you to get 5% matching bonus, 7 generations deep. Now, I can't even begin to calculate how much gold you're going to earn as your team starts to grow. But I don't go with anybody say free gold. is better than any price in the marketplace. Karatbars put you in the position not only exchange your dollars for gold, but to earn dollars and get free gold. Oh, wait a minute. And that 7,400 E-points, I ain't gonna try to spend too much time on it, but can be exchanged for everything from our new laptop to our new telephone, which you see right here. I'm talking about state-of-the-art phone. Okay, you see right here. Wait a minute, but it can also be exchanged for 200,000 KBC coins. Those E-points can be accumulated and exchanged for all kinds of things, from the phone to cash gold, to our telephone, to our WIM computer, to our K-Merchant, can be used, exchanged. Our K-Merchant can be moved and used in our Caribbean account and can be used for our KBC coin. And you, not only that, you're accumulating those things from getting the package. You got literally 7,400 E-points just from getting that $4,500 package, and you got VIP status. As your team grows, you're accumulating E-points and you're accumulating free gold. Man, you can't beat a better system than this. And then the company says, oh, and by the way, that's for those who see down the future, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the road, we have these long-term incentives. Starting with the bag you see there, and the pin you see there, and you watch, oh, wait a minute. And then, of course, this watch, this is the Rolex. You can qualify for it. Now, you ain't got to work for it. Just keep doing the minutes, keep sharing, keep doing the same things day in and day out. And then it comes to a senior letter. You just qualified for this bag. You just qualified for this pin. You just qualified for this bracelet. Oh, wait a minute. And you just qualified for this watch, for doing what you're gonna do. Oh, wait a minute. You just qualified for this C-class Benz. You qualified for this E-Benz. You qualified for this S-Benz. And down the road, you qualify for a multi-million dollar, not multi, $1 million bill, about 750,000 euro, about $1 million bill built anywhere in the world. This is Karatbar's 9-year history. How do we get paid? All of our commissions are put on a privately issued gold MasterCard. I got 5 of them in my house. Okay, my corporation got one, Valerie got one, Alice got one, Gabe got one. Okay, I got one, 5 of them. Okay, and wait a minute. This thing is good in over 100 million locations around the world. It's good in over 100. We do business in over 140 plus countries, and this MasterCard is good everywhere. So how do you take advantage of this? Number one, we're a 9-year-old company operating in 140 plus countries. Product delivered direct to your doorstep FedEx. Now I need to stop there, slow down for 1 second. I get people all the time, well, you know what? I gotta check the company out. Really? Really? We 9 years old. He said, I got a few questions. Really? We got 900,000, some 800,000, 900,000 affiliates already involved. You really think you're about to ask a question that has not been asked and answered about 10,000 times? You must be some kind of savant. You must be brilliant. You must be a genius. You're gonna ask the question that a $60+ billion a year corporation, FedEx, has not already asked and answered. FedEx delivers all our gold all around the world. We're their #1 customer on the entire planet. They deliver the gold. FedEx delivered the gold to my house. Oh, wait a minute. They delivered the phone. I done had 3 of these phones. Look, delivered. I got a bunch of them more. Look, I got another one. The other day, FedEx came, delivered some more gold to my house, about 3 ounces, and the impulse phone. I really got 3 of them. Mr. Wesley Thompson got one. That's right. I'm gonna get Mr. Wesley Thompson. You listening? I'm gonna see you at the event tomorrow in Chesapeake. Have my phone. Oh God! You got my phone. I gave one of mine, so his came in. I'm telling you, I already showed you the MasterCard. Come on, man. People say they're gonna check the coming out. What you gonna check out? How you gonna check? Are you gonna do more research than MasterCard? That's their business. And they're partners with us. Over 800,000 affiliates worldwide. Really, it's more like 900 now. Complete support system, 25 days, 7 days a week. And then we say complete support. We also talking about Wealth Builders Worldwide. Wealth Builders Worldwide. We're here for you. And look, for those who weren't on the call last night, we had church last night from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning, talking about what networking is a better way. And it's free to register. Dr. Harold Sykes has eliminated every single excuse you can possibly think about. There are no monthly fees. There's no overhead costs. There's nothing. There's no expense involved. There's nothing you got to buy every month to qualify. It operates 24/7. This multi-million-dollar software operates 24/7. If you have a team in Ghana and they buy they exchange for one currency for 1 gram of gold. it shows your back office 1 second later. Every single transaction taking place around the world. So you got to understand something, folks. What we're doing has never been done. Okay. My wife and I got started just like we're inviting you to do 6 years ago. I got a phone call from Jim Morse. Thank you once again, Mr. Jim Morse, for making that phone call. I mean that sincerely because it changed my life. Now, I was already free. Understand, I ain't had a job since 1995. My wife ain't had one since 1987. Who was already free. And I got the phone call, and it was still a life-changing event. We signed an application, and there was over 100,000 people involved in Wealth Builders worldwide. Why? Because we have a worldwide marketplace. We're in the right place at the right time. A graph, you got our unique products, innovative companies, blah, blah, blah. 3 types of people who see this presentation. Okay, I think there really should be 1 type, Mr. Delco, but I don't know what's going on in people's brains. Some folks say, man, you have when you say get a dream. Some folks say you have when you start talking about goal. As soon as you say goal, some folks have already been educated to understand goal. And then you got that group, that segment of the population, this is no criticism. You got that segment of the population say, what am I going to do with the goal? When I get all this goal, what I do with it? And you got to educate them. You save it. You save it for what? That second group says, you know what? I'm interested, I'm excited, but I have some questions. Great, fantastic. Get back with the person who invited you on this call. They'll answer the questions. Hey, we might stay around at 1 o'clock and answer your questions. I don't know. Get back. But it's okay to have some questions. And then third group say, you know, this is not for me. Now, I don't know what part is not for them. I don't know if it's a saving goal part they feel uncomfortable with or the making money part. But, you know, some folks, I don't know what's going on. Some folks say, man, I don't like the idea of saving money and I don't like the idea of making money. So, but they go back and forth to work every day, do those exact same things. But, you know, I can't determine what's in everybody's mind. I shouldn't say, I'm being facetious. But it's okay. But at the very least, you should get back with the person who invited you and say, you know what? It's free. I'm going to set up my gold savings account. All they ask for is a name and a phone number and an email. I'm setting my free gold savings account. It's easier to set up a free gold savings account with Caraboss than it is to open up an account at a traditional bank in America. Let's get back with the person. Visit our live webinars. We'll be back here again tomorrow night at 9 o'clock during the similar presentation training session. Stay plugged into your support system. Stay plugged in. Key to success is staying plugged in. You don't work for me. You don't work for Tanisha Glassy. You don't work for Roger Williams. You don't work for Caraboss International. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And so if I could close with anything while we have you, I'm gonna close with this. You can forget everything I said, but remember the beginning I said, the thing is your dream. What's your dream? The ultimate dream in this business is freedom. It's not the cars, it's not the home, it's not the jewelry, it's not the travel. All those are nice perks. But the thing that cranked me up in 1983 was sitting in a meeting and that guy started talking about this thing called freedom because I had never heard that kind of language. See, dreamers speak a different language than non-dreamers. That guy started talking about freedom. He started talking about sleeping to the crack of noon, sleeping till you get finished. Have you ever laid in bed so long till your back started hurting? When that guy started talking about those things, I got excited. I said, I'm 20 years old, and this guy was standing on stage, he was 32. He said, have you ever thought about being free? And there he was, married, him and his wife were free, brand new kid, 2 Cadillacs in the driveway, and he was talking about being free. And I had never heard that, folks. And I said, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get free. And in 1987, 4 years into the industry, my wife left her job free. In 1995, it took me 12 years of part-time effort to find the right opportunity, to find myself in a position to be free. And I left that job and never looked back. Now I've been free for 25 years. It dawned on me, my son, Alexander. Well, first, let me tell you about Gabe. I'm gonna finish over Alexander, Mr. Delco, and I'm done. But Gabe was 19 years old. He'll be 20 in April, and he's free, okay? But my son, Alexander, he's unique because we got in the industry in 1983. He was born in 1985. And my dream has always been to put him in a position where he never has to go to work for anybody in his life. See, once I had that dream before he was even conceived. I said, I want to put him in a position where he never, ever has to go to work for anybody. And, you know, we did that so unconsciously because of what we've been learning that it hadn't dawned on us that our son had never even applied for anybody's job. At 32 years old, he was offered a job by a political party who offered him a job because he's been out going door to door, knocking on doors for over 4 or 5 years, registering people to vote for free. Knock on the door, have you registered to vote? Have you registered to vote? Have you registered to vote? And they said, man, you're doing such an incredible job. They offered him a job. And he said, whoa, he'd never been offered a job. And that's when it dawned on us, our poor son had never even, Mr. Delco, applied for anybody's job. And watch this, what's so blue with us is we never thought about him applying for a job. He's always worked in the family business. He's worked. My wife has worked, retired. We've worked. But we only do what we want to do when we want to do it. So we might work 18 hours one day and then take the next 2 days off. We might work 7 days in a row, take 2 days off. We still work right now today. But if we don't feel like it, we're 65 years old. We don't know if we're going to feel like it or not. I've been trying to get home and shave. I was going to dress, put a shirt in town today, clean my back office. I ain't done none of that stuff. Okay? Been running all day. My son will be 35 years old in a couple hours. Okay? He'll be 35 years old. He's never applied for a job. He's never worked anybody's job. Okay? And my son is in Karatbars. And for those who are listening, yes, they tell us on top of their income, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I guarantee he made over $100,000 last year in Karatbars International. That's right. Okay. This is unprecedented. This is an unusual, unique opportunity in every single way. Okay. And you have what I believe to be the greatest vehicle in the world to change your life right now, tonight. Get back with the person who invited you, get out that application and get started. Thank you very much, Mr. Delco, for your help. I'm done. Dream big and don't let anybody steal your dream, and freedom is what it's all about. Good night.